This video will cover beginner part 2 questions regarding the topic of graphing sine and cosine functions. A sine or cosine function oscillates over a horizontal line called the principal axis or midline. A maximum point occurs at the top. These are minimum points. The amplitude is the distance between a maximum or a minimum point and the midline. We can find the amplitude and maximum minus minimum point over 2. To find the period, we can go from a maximum to the nearest maximum, or from a minimum to the nearest minimum, or from a point to the nearest repeating point. Shall we check it with a trigonometry function? Since we are at the beginner level, we will not do a typical trigonometric function graph. A graph to track the period and amplitude is sufficient. This is the period, the maximum to maximum, or the minimum to minimum. In this graph, these 2 points are the best. So period is pi minus 0, which is pi. This is the amplitude, which is 4. Or use the formula maximum minus minimum over 2. Then maximum is 4. Minus minimum is minus 4 over 2 is 8 over 2, which is 4. Shall we try one more? Notice that the amplitude is 3. Shall we find the period? Of course, we can also find the maximum point to the maximum point. This is period. But here, I think it's more convenient to find a point to the nearest repeating point. Then this is period. The period is 2 pi over 3. From now on, let's look at how to find the amplitude or period when knowing the equation of the sine graph or cosine graph. Let's consider the shape y equals a sine bx or y equals a cosine bx. We already know the formulas for the period and amplitude. Remember these formulas. Use the formula about y equals a sine bx. In here, a equals 2 and b equals 1. The amplitude is absolute value of a, which is 2. Then period is 2 pi over absolute value of b, which is 2 pi. Now, let's use the transformations to see how the graph of a given function compared to the graph of y equals sine x, a vertical expansion by a factor of 2 about the x-axis. We will see the graph of y equals 2 sine x. First, plot the point, then make the curve. Then concave down and up. Then keep the pattern. Then y equals 2 sine x. And 1, 2, minus 1 and minus 2, pi, 2 pi, and 3 pi. We can also check it with the graph. The amplitude is 2. The period, all this is 2 pi. We now know that we don't have to draw graphs to check. Of course, we need to know how to draw graphs, but let's use a formula to find the period and amplitude without drawing graphs. Use the formulas. The amplitude is absolute value of A, then 1, 3, absolute value of minus 2 equals 2, 7, absolute value of minus 1 over 3 equals 1 over 3, 5, and 1 over 2. The period is 2 pi over 1 equals 2 pi, 2 pi over 1 equals 2 pi, 2 pi over 1 equals 2 pi, 2 pi over 2 equals pi, 2 pi over absolute value of minus 4, which is 4, equals pi over 2, 2 pi over 1 over 2, then 2 pi over 1 over 2 equals 2 pi divided by 1 over 2. That means 2 pi times upside down with the fraction, which is 4 pi. And the last one, 2 pi over absolute value of minus 2 over 5 is 2 over 5. Then 2 pi over 2 over 5 equals 2 pi divided by 2 over 5. Then 2 pi times upside down. Then make the fraction 2 times 1, 2 times 1. The final answer is 5 pi. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.